anything if I just believe in me. I'm feeling more. I'm a leader. I'm feeling more. Not a quitter. No. I can do anything if I stand up to my feet. I overcome the hurtful voices whispering I'm not good enough. It's a new me. I am powerful. I'm unstoppable. I'm beautiful. I'm a dreamer. I'm you can be anything if you just believe in you. I'm brilliant, I'm female, and more. Ooh. Oh. It's the cry of a girl born gifted, another maker on earth. Yet the world really thinks she's only a female, but I am more. I'm born to be a maker in my greatness. My mind can see I have power to be anything. I am sure I am more than this. Yeah. I'm feeling more. I'm a dreamer. I'm feeling more. An achiever. Feeling more. I can be anything if I just believe in me. I'm feeling more. Woo! Come on, ladies, sing with me. There's an old story out there where the writers decide for me. Oh, hear the new story from here. I decide the path I'm unstoppable. I'm born to be a maker in my greatness. My mind can see I have power to be anything. I am sure I'm more than that. I'm a dreamer. I'm feeling more. An achiever. Feeling more. I can be anything if I just believe in me. I'm feeling more. I'm a leader. I'm feeling more. Not a quitter. No. I can do anything if I stand up to my feet. I overcome the hurtful voices whispering I'm not good enough. It's a new me. I am powerful. I'm unstoppable. I'm beautiful. I'm a dreamer. You're unstoppable. I'm creative. I'm brilliant. I'm female and more. Ooh. Oh. It's the cry of a girl born gifted, another maker on earth. Yet the world really thinks she's only a female, but I am more. I'm born to be a maker in my greatness. My mind can see I have power to be anything. I am sure I am.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What a wonderful way to welcome you to another great edition of the program Women Spotlight. This program comes your way every Wednesday, and of course it is on Freedom 87.9 FM. We're also live on Freedom FM 87.9 TV on Facebook and YouTube.
There's an old story out there where the writers decide
On today's edition of the program Women Spotlight, we have a lot to talk about. But just before I got here, my producer, Abraham Kamara, had already introduced the program, and he briefly told you about our amazing guests on today's presentation. Everyone out there wears different clothing at them. And whenever you put them on, you style them differently. So we're going to be here discussing fashion, a Liberian-owned fashion brand by two young ladies in Liberia. We're going to have them share with us their story, their journey so far, the challenges, progress, and the motivation behind the establishment of their own fashion brand right here in Liberia. Before that, we'll have a little bit of conversation surrounding the women of Liberia and their key role in the by-election in Neba County. Yesterday, we saw a lot of Liberian women gather together to raise funds for one of the candidates in the senatorial by-election in Neba County. We're going to talk about that as well, because this platform promotes women's political participation, women's empowerment. We discuss different challenges women are faced with. We'll also discuss the Ministry of Gender. I don't know what's going on. They're not really loud, and because their work is practical. I don't know where they are. I don't know if they're here. I don't know if they're doing what they're supposed to do. We're going to talk about that because a lot of young children are being abused sexually. But we don't know if there is a roadmap yet about the Ministry of Gender. So we are going to talk about that a little bit, because it is really crucial that we have all these things emphasized. Children are being abused on a daily basis, sexually, emotionally, physically. When we get back, we're going to talk about that shortly. But I would like to say thanks to all of you for following us. My name is Princess Alexa Venchicoli. I am your presenter on today's presentation, and always I'm here alongside Abraham Kamara, the DJ's hero, my able producer. We took a very short break to be right back.
Whispering, I'm not good enough. It's a new me. I am powerful. I'm unstoppable. I'm beautiful. You can be anything if you just. It's about musical. There are crimes in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime and report it, don't take law in your hands for the real authority. Well, it can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a you must talk it, I mean you cheche. You wait for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for.
Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, old man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it, crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it.
Covering Liberia and beyond with all that your radio can offer. This is Freedom Radio 87.9 FM, broadcasting from the tallest tower in Monrovia.
So much pain was made to shame. I got drained. Spat on my wings, why didn't you scream? I got blamed. Said it was me, now I am ruined. Now I'm not me. Yes, you swore you snatched my pride away. I'm not gonna let you take my voice away. Yeah, you swore you took my pride away. I'm not gonna let you take my voice away. Cause you are ruthless and now we know you are the devil, you're right at shows. Should be in prison to serve you a lesson. Taking it by force was premeditated.
Shame, disgrace, things, a place. I'm not sure how to move. Cause every time I do, I see my clothes removed forcefully. I see blood on my womb. Can't trust the man I knew. That uncle touched me too, wrongfully. Yo, pardon me. I'm just a kid, I'm a little me. I was raised to call you uncle, not to watch you make me bleed. I'm so afraid, and you so scary. I'm not your prey, but you so daring. You hide your way, I want my justice. Cause this is something I'm about to live with. This is something I'm about to live with.
Cause you are ruthless and now we know you are the devil, you're right, it shows. Should be in prison to serve you a lesson. Taking it by force was premeditated. Cause you are ruthless and now we know you are the devil, you're right, it shows. Should be in prison to serve you a lesson. Cause taking it by force was premeditated.
Yesterday was Mary, today the matter. Tomorrow that's Sarah, someday it will be us. Yesterday was Mary, today the matter. Tomorrow that's Sarah, someday it will be us. Yesterday was Mary, today the matter. Tomorrow that's Sarah, someday it will be us.
Today I'm here, today I'm at the today I'm Sarah, tomorrow will be us.
Non tous ces victimes et voilà pour tout. Non tous ces victimes.
So much pain was made to shame. I got drained. Spat on my wings, why didn't you scream? I got blamed. Said it was me, now I am ruined. Now I'm not me. Yes, you swore you snatched my pride away. I'm not gonna let you take my voice away. Yeah, you swore you took my pride away. I'm not gonna let you take my voice away. Cause you are ruthless and now we know you are the devil, you're right, it shows. Should be in prison to serve you a lesson. Taking it by force was premeditated.
Shame, disgrace, things, a place. I'm not sure how to move. Cause every time I
This is a song by Rick Slim Myers and, of course, MC Caro.
trust the man,
It is called
God touch me
PSA.
fully. Yo, pardon me. I'm just a kid.
As we're talking about sexual violence against children
You make me bleed.
in Liberia, women and girls,
So scary.
it is important to have this as a PSA to all of you out there.
You hide your way.
The Ministry of Gender
Cause this is something.
is not as active as it should be. I don't know what is going on, but I hope the minister is actually following some of the many cases across Liberia.
Cause you are ruthless and now we know you are the devil, you're right, it shows. Should be in prison to serve you a lesson. Cause taking it back for
Couple of days ago, if not weeks,
Today that matter, tomorrow that Sarah.
Mr. Nimley had on his show people from Door community, and of course a very, very, very sorrowful and devastating incident occurred. A little girl was being sodomized by someone she called grandpa. You can imagine how devastating that is to have a young person to go through stuff like that. This is not supposed to be happening in Liberia. We should not have a space for any of these cases to be happening, because the Ministry of Gender is supposed to be vocal and of course practical in their doings when it comes to handling these different cases across Liberia. Children are to be safe, children are to be protected, women and girls are to be protected 100%.
yes, you swore you snatched my pride away. I'm not gonna let you take my boys away. Yeah, you swore you took my pride
The folks who protested 3 years ago,
away.
a lot of them are quiet today, and they're going to tell you, I'm not convicted. We do advocacy based on our conviction. If that is not hypocrisy, I don't know what it is. Children are being disrespected, sexually harassed, and nothing has been done. We're not saying the quote unquote people who were the loudest voices of yesterday, and the Ministry of Gender is just there. Are they working in the interest of women, girls, children in Liberia? I do not know about that.
I was raised
The Ministry of Gender should be serious enough to fight sexual violence cases in Liberia. Minister Bemi, you have to be very serious.
you had to
Different communities, children, young girls are being raped.
back to live with.
Because the cases are yet to be reported, the Ministry of Gender is a bit silent. Your job is practical. You do not have to sit in your different offices and just talk. You have to go out in the fields and get people to pay for what they're doing to young girls. This is not the first time we've had different cases of rape in our country.
Sarah, some
No, this is not the first time,
today that matter,
but you're here again.
Sarah.
You are supposed to help in protecting the lives of young girls, women in our country. So what happens to young girls who are being raped? Imagine a little girl was sodomized in Door community. Just the other day right here on Freedom FM, Mr. Nimley had people from there discussing what had happened. A sad narrative. And today she's still struggling health-wise. She's not healthy. And the person who did that, I don't know what is happening with that person. And just yesterday or just day before yesterday, again, another story on the social media. It was reported, in fact, by some of the news outlets in Liberia. A Catholic priest was free because, our efforts were not exerted. And so I hope we'll get to a point where we'll not be discussing all of these different things, especially when we have a ministry responsible. Because when people rise to the occasion, it wouldn't be an easy thing in Liberia. It has happened before. And even the people who are supposed to raise the different issues, if they are silent, there's still people who will raise these different issues. And we're going to be on this like every Wednesday now and then, calling on the Ministry of Gender to be serious, proactive in their workings.
Shame, disgrace, things, a place. I'm not sure how to move.
So this is a public service announcement to the Ministry of Gender.
Forceful.
If you are not listening, well, just take notes,
I knew that one touched me too. Wrongfully.
because we're going to be on this, and we're definitely going to gather young people
It's to call you uncle, not to watch you make me bleed. I'm so afraid, and you so scary.
to have a robust advocacy against sexual violence against people in Liberia, against young girls and women in Liberia. And we're going to also call on the Ministry of Gender. If it is not going to be done moderately, I mean, you know exactly what happened in the country before. So it is going to happen again.
Should be in prison to serve you a lesson.
So please do what you can because it is really, really a sad thing.
You are ruthless, and now we know you are the
And also in nearby county, there is an ongoing campaign, especially on the 22nd of April. People are going to be voting. You have a lone female candidate there. And yesterday, 15th of April 2025, Liberian women got together and, hashtag Dare to Lead fundraising campaign named by County Senatorial by election 2025. And this is in support of Edith Gonglo Ware. So yesterday, a lot of Liberian women got together, and it is going to go on until the 19th of April 2025 at the Invincible Park Fish Market, 10 a.m. in the morning to 5 p.m. daily until the 19th of April 2025. So I just thought to put this out there to all of you. It is going on because people want to support women's political participation, and it is definitely ongoing right now. So basically that's it. We're going to have our guests in studio. We're going to discuss fashion. We're going to discuss style. We're going to discuss brand, and to talk about a Liberian owned brand by two young ladies. So we are going to discuss the Marita Couture. If you know about fashion, you know exactly what it is. Let's disregard the word fashion. If you can wear clothes, in simple like brain English, if you can wear your clothing, we're coming to about all Latin, right? So these are young ladies who have started this journey, and they're on this journey. So it is going to be a long, 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 long time. We're going to talk about it. They're going to tell us their motivation, what actually inspired, this to have their own brand in Liberia. And the journey so far, we want to know some of the challenges they faced so far and the progress. So we're going to talk about that. We take a very, very short break to be right back. And then we'll get back. We'll go strictly to our studio guest.
I'm resilient. I'm unstoppable. I'm a maker. I'm creative. I'm brilliant. I'm female. And more. It's the cry of a girl born gifted, another maker on earth. Yet the world really thinks she's only a female, but I am more. I'm born to be a maker. In my greatness, my mind can see. I have power to be anything. I am sure I am more than this. Yeah, I'm female and more. I'm a dreamer. I'm female and more. An achiever. Female and more.
We'd like to say welcome back to Women's Spotlight. And of course, if you're just joining us, you're listening to Freedom 87.9 FM. Princess Alexa Venture is here, and I'm here alongside my ever potent producer, Abraham Kamara, the DJ's hero. We're stuck on that name for now. If it is going to change later on, we don't know, but that's it. So we have our studio guests here. Let's go to them. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Alexa.
How you guys doing?
We are good.
You look good, by the way, because we tell the people say we're coming to a fashion, so you just came like really, really prepared for us. But it is a good thing, definitely. So we had already, done an introduction, a brief one, by the way. So people are listening would like to know, who are you? We talked about Marita Couture. Let's hear your names and what do you do individually? Anyone could start.
Okay. All right. Hi guys, I'm Faith Dijigba, creative director of Marita Couture. Marita Couture is a fashion brand. We make not just clothes, but we also make people to stand outside and represent who they are. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Faith, let's go to you.
Hi everyone, my name is Anita Rakur and I'm the CEO of Marita Couture.
Okay, so we have big people in the studio. We have Faith, creative director. We have Tara, right?
Yeah.
CEO as well. So whenever we talk about fashion, I mean, a lot of people think we're crazy to some extent because you want to express yourself, you want to express your emotion, your personality to some extent, and you just want to feel good,
Yeah.
right? So tell me about it. How did it all start? Because we have a lot of different Liberian-owned fashion brands in Liberia. People who design clothes from scratch, well-tailored suits, dresses, and all that. So how did you get to a point where you were like, hey, let's do this. Let's, have our own fashion brand, Marita Couture.
So yeah, I opened my own brand some part of last year. At that time, Tara was in Ghana. She was
Okay.
studying in Ghana. So when she was there, it was around the annual MA.
Mm-hmm.
So when she came back, she and myself attended the annual MA. The dresses that we made when we went on the red carpet, people was like, "Wow!"
Okay.
So she got inspired by that, and then it was her told her, but then we could work together and at least make our own brand, and that would be really good. So she said, "Yeah, I don't mind." That's how we came together.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this all happened after I came back from Ghana. You know, like people always say that, oh, it's not good for people to work together. You guys are young. You guys should go separate ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, we can do this. Let's get together and then make this thing happen. We can be successful, even though it might be challenging, but we're gonna get there.
Okay. I mean, you're two young people, for the
Yeah.
record, and it is really hard to work together to some extent, especially now money is involved, 100%. And everyone has their own style, everyone has their own clients, right? So, how do you balance that? I mean, you're a young person, you're also a young person. So, how do you balance, some of the challenges you face when it comes to just having one decision to make together? Without you have to know I want this and Tara is like no I want this. So how do you get to a point where you have to make one decision together and you focus mostly on your brand and not individuals interest?
So that's a very good question because Tara here she loves to sew like zero clothes. I mean like zero dresses,
Yeah.
and as for me, I just figure out what to do, and the next I just put it together
Hmm.
and just make something out of what I want for people to see out there. So in that case, mostly Tara will be like, "We gotta sew something really luxurious." I'm like, yeah, it's good to sew something luxurious, but the country we find ourselves in, you don't really find people wearing luxurious clothes because we
Yeah.
don't have much events and things to attend to
Hmm.
wear these clothes. So we will talk about it, and then after talking about it, I will tell her, okay, let's just sleep over it, and then the next day we'll figure out what to do. So that is how we've been getting along.
Wow, that's a hard thing too.
Very hard.
It is hard because Liberia is a country where we don't. I know people wear good clothing items in Liberia, 100%,
Yeah.
but to some extent, we're not on par with other countries when it comes to fashion. Fashion like high fashion,
Yeah.
where you want to pay like huge amount of money to wear something very good. Like we managed to dig holes, cover holes, reopen holes, and all that. So it is like a lot. So how do you really manage it when it comes to finances? Because money Bene can bring problem.
Yeah.
So how do you manage that?
Let's say for now we are just starting. We're having like gone far, far. So we have a business page, Marisa Kuto, on Facebook, TikTok, and then Instagram.
Okay, so when did it start officially, Marita Couture? When did it start? When was it established? Combined because you had your own and you were in Ghana and you guys got back together, attended MLMA,
MA.
right? And then
Yes.
based on how you wore your clothes, people are like, "Hey, this is nice," and your thought to work together, right?
Yeah.
So when officially did you start Marita Couture?
You wanna go?
We came together officially around like January, but like Marisa Kuto, it has been in existence for like maybe
No?
let's say 2 years.
Okay.
Because while schooling in Ghana, I wanted to like build a platform that people would see that I
Mhm.
came from somewhere.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
the page was there a long time, and then we came together like January.
Okay, so you started working together officially January of this
Yeah,
year,
yeah,
but then Marita Couture has been
yeah,
around for a little bit or over 2 years or 2 years exactly. I mean
yeah.
that's a good thing. So when it comes to the motivation behind this, I know people like to wear good clothes, So
Yeah.
sometimes maybe I would say I'm inspired by what I wear, or I'm inspired by what people wear. So because of that, I want to make clothes for people. So what inspired? I will start one. What inspired your decision to go into fashion design?
So I started doing fashion when I was 12.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow,
They
that's
oh
impressive though.
yeah. I was in the sixth grade then, and the school I was attending, our principal he brought up training in the school and said anybody can attend. So I told my grandfather, I was like, I want to attend, I want to do fashion. And I was sitting among my grandmothers, let me just put it that way, because
Hmm.
all the people I was sitting with in that class, they was
Like
my
older
grandmother's,
than you too.
yeah, they were my grandmother friends. Most of them are from the community, and they were my grandmother
Okay.
friends. So I was sitting among them, and I just got inspired because when I started it, all of them was they were really impressed to see
Hmm.
that it was a free school, but then I was the only kid that chose to be in that particular class.
Hmm.
So they were
Hmm.
inspired, and then it just kept telling me to push forward. Some of them, when they go home, they'll be like, they'll call my grandmother and tell my grandmother, please send your granddaughter to our house. We need her. So it just motivated me to be
Uh-huh.
more into fashion.
Wow, that's good. A good story. 12 years old, you already had a mind that, hey, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And you're right, because I remember also when I was growing up, they had this, they used to call it tailoring school.
Yeah.
Let's say it that way.
Yeah.
So they had this, it was more like an organization that they were offering just free skills training. And the tailoring part, so oh money was inside, so it was not easy for you. So
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
so Tara, what inspired you?
Um, for me,
Because you move from where you go, where Ghana. So tell us about it. Tell us about it.
so it all started. I remember my aunties used to tell me this story when I was little, and like when she cut her pants, the jeans, I would take the pants and then recreate something out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And from a very small age, I used to like doing like handicraft and things.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I grew up, got through with high school, I was like, I don't really want to be part of this loyal. I don't. I'm not saying
It is
that's
now a bad
bad.
thing, but that's not
Yeah,
your passion.
but that's not my passion. I want to use my hands to make money. I want to be my own boss,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't want to wait for a month to end all these things to get money. So, and I want to say I'm so like grateful to my mom because having a parent that will like tell you to go and do fashion design, because normally people see us as just sewing. You just go to the tailor shop and
Mm-hmm,
just sew.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So for your parents to agree for you to go do sewing, oh, it's a very huge thing. So I just want to say thank you to my mom. So fast forward after I graduated from high school, told her I wanted to do fashion. She was like, okay. So first I had to go. I went to Blue Crest, but they said I should, get some tailoring knowledge first before applying. So I went to a school and I think to put raw stuff. And then, well, I wasn't getting what I really wanted to get. It was just like basic,
Mm-hmm,
nothing.
mm-hmm.
And for me, I want to go in depth. I've seen on the internet all kinds of things, all kinds of fashion. I want to go in depth.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't given. So I just stopped and then applied for the Blue Crest. And that was the worst decision because look at I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Because they are not at that time. Right now, I don't know about them. At that time, they weren't offering anything that would be interesting. They were
Okay.
using smaller slopes, and then you just sew for a tiny like doll. And then when it comes to a bigger person,
Huh, a different
you don't know how
story.
to even go about doing it.
Yeah.
So it was so hard. Then the main part came in. Wanted to go to Ghana. Having your mom will be like, nobody is there. You don't have any
Yeah.
parents, like
No
friends,
family,
family.
nothing at all. How you going to
And
manage?
that was a very hard decision, but she overcame that and then finally went there, went through all new environment, new language, and then new people. But it was all worth it. Now I can say that I'm there now and I'll get there soon.
Okay, beautiful story. That's a good thing. So you have a unique start or unique journey just from the beginning. So 100% from the start, you already were passionate about
Yeah,
fashion,
fashion.
and that's something you were like, hey, this is what I want to do. Of course, everyone wants to be a doctor or journalist or
Yeah,
nurse or something, but for you, you want to,
the
definitely
fashion.
work in fashion. So how does it, affect your clients? Like, I don't want to be so much open about that, but since you two of you started working together,
Yeah.
how many people have reached out, and how's the reaction like from them, your clients?
Mm, yeah. I
Anybody can
can
start.
give a
Or
specific,
specific number. Okay.
amount, but I would say a lot of people, because the TikTok is there. They always sing, because once you see something, you know that the person is actually good. You
Yes.
go there.
Yes.
But if it was,
100%.
if I wasn't gonna have that Marita Couture page at this time, people would have been doubting, like, can she do
Yeah.
this? Can she do that?
Yeah.
But they've been seeing, so they already know what they're coming for.
So, what are some of the major challenges you're faced with? Because, I mean, in Liberia, number one, being being a business owner, it is just as challenging as I don't know what. So sometimes you have issues with your clients. Sometimes you're impatient. So what have been some of the major challenges so far, and how have you worked to handle those challenges?
So, one of the major challenges that we are facing right now, and I don't know whether we can work towards that, is it had to do with the body
Oh
structure.
my god, the body size.
The body size. Yeah, it's one of our major challenge. Because people will see that you do good stuff on the internet and they want to come to you, but then when they come, they be like,
Are you this person?
Yes, that's how they be.
They be thinking that we are the
Yeah.
workers or
So,
something.
Whoa.
so they think
So you're
that,
too small,
yeah,
small to be
yeah,
CEO and creative director. Oh,
yeah,
Liberia.
yeah.
Too bad. So that's
So
one.
that's one.
So what do you can tell you now when you come?
We
So,
just
so we
like,
want to see your boss
I be,
lily.
yeah, I
yeah.
be speechless. I don't know what to say in that moment because it happened to the extent that I had somebody they called me the last time I'm gonna go to measurement for them, and they myself we haven't met in person was the first time. But then when I went over, there was like you the one that sent. Are you the one that sent? And
Oh
I
my
didn't really know how to
god.
answer the
Oh my
question
god.
right
Ah.
there. So after that, how she told me, she said that, so I had to explain to her properly. So after explaining, she said, "I'm really proud of you. You are." She said, "I don't really know how to describe it because if you even tell somebody that you have a business
They
running,
wouldn't want to believe
they
that
wouldn't want to
easily.
believe that. So just keep pushing forward." Yeah.
Yeah, I think this going Sunday, I want to deliver client's wedding gown. So I went
Oh,
there.
yeah, can do wedding clothes too?
Yeah.
Like people in
So I
Wow.
went there, like they were just like seeing me as some kind of random kid or something. And then they won't even give me a chair to even sit. I was like, what?
So I
So
see you.
so I just played cool, and then the bride came. She was like, "Oh, why are you standing? They didn't give you chair." Da, da, da. I didn't even. Sorry, but I was like, "Are the designer? Are the designer? Yeah." I didn't things like that. I don't even say anything. I just
Yeah,
believe
you're
yeah, my work
speechless now.
gonna speak for me. So I don't. Yeah.
Exactly.
So when I got you dressing the bride, I was like, "Wow, you really made this." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Wow, we didn't expect that."
Yeah, like bro. And I think that's a funny thing, right?
Yeah.
Because I also get that a lot. So I sound different on the radio, 100%. Once you're on the radio, your voice is kind of
Yeah.
different, the output from the microphone and all that. So some people will see you in real life. Say like, let's say, for me, I think my hair color can give me away. So they'd be like you, yeah, you looking too small. And I'm just imagining to you before you get in the studio. Let me just give a little fun, right? My producer,
Yeah.
he came to me and he was like, "Last month's month, I was like, I didn't want I didn't want your studio guest." I said, "Of course they are." He said, "What is small, small?" So I think we get that a lot, and I don't want to say it's a bad thing, but to some extent it's bad because you overlook, someone because of maybe
Yeah.
height
Height
or
and-
age. And where we're back, when we used to get tailor name designer, and like, oh, people name.
Yeah.
And times have
basically.
changed now.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of young people who are, getting into the fashion industry, and they're doing a great job. So when you see someone and the person tells you, hey, this is my work, I am this, believe that because you're seeing the person's work. So it wouldn't always be my work is going to speak for me, because sometimes we wouldn't have time to be
Yeah.
Yeah,
explaining
to be
all
Yeah.
day.
explained.
Like, it doesn't
But
make sense.
it happened the last time. I got into a serious argument with someone. They was trying to give my work credit out to somebody else.
Oh my God, you see?
And yeah,
That's really
yeah.
bad.
So I was like, the person looked at me up and down and said, "I bet you can never do that work."
Wow.
So they were trying to overlook my work because of the valid sculpture.
Hmm.
They said the person what did it, the person is way and all of they mean they believe that the person has been into fashion for a very long
Okay.
time. And so I had this other boy right near me, and then he said, "You don't need to talk too much. You have already
Don't.
explained to him, so just
Just let it
let
be.
it be." It was how I just, and I don't really love people to give my work credit although too
No,
much.
it is not a
I
good
don't.
thing. It is
Yeah.
not a good thing. And I see that mostly on the social media, right?
Yeah.
So when you're going to do something, for example, maybe you designed a piece of clothes, or maybe you did a dress for somebody or a suit for somebody, and then you actually expect to get your credit,
Yeah.
because when you're giving your credit, people will reach out to you to also do some of the same things you've done for somebody else or something else. That's how you get recommendations. That's how you get new clients. So if that is given to somebody else, it takes away from you.
Yeah.
So it is not a good thing. I think we should really discourage that. If you're watching us here, um, please do not give people credit to somebody else. It is not a good thing,
Exactly. It's
because
not.
it takes away from that person. Because to sew one clothes one time, I say now, oh, I won't call it person involved, so then to me clothes again. But I sat with somebody from 6 to 12 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. So it tells you how many hours. And it was not even just the day they started the work. They started, days before. But based on what you want, it is
Mm-hmm.
going to take time. So imagine if I had given that person's credit to someone else, how they were going to feel. It's not going to be a good thing. So people put in work, people put in hours to get all these things done. Don't see all the clothes they can be fun on us or on other people. You feel that just 1 hour you can take now. Sometimes you will do it, you'll move it from there, you pull it back, you look for the other thing. Like, it is a lot of work. So it is important that we give credit to people who, the credit is needed to. So we don't have to give it to someone else. And do not see someone because the person looks a bit, small in body size. In like bro can do that thing plenty. Say
Yeah.
you small leg,
Small
like you did,
little like
yeah.
you can do
Like you
it.
can do it thing. No, it is
Mm-hmm.
not good. Do not look down on people. We have already graduated from a stage where young people were not into a lot of different things that elderlies were in before. Right now we have a lot of different things, fashion, business and other things young people are into. So when a young person tells you, I can do this, or this is my work, believe it for what it is. If you go do your background check now, and then you can have your own issue now. But if I
Yeah.
tell you, say, let me do the thing, don't tell me, say, no, you, that fighting. Oh no, I ain't what to fight about. We'll see what to do about that. So tell me about the progress level, how progressive it is. Because number one, you see the business beneath, I'll be pressing on business. Business can go very high,
Yeah.
and sometimes it goes very low,
Yeah.
right? So how progressive is the business? Because it is a new establishment. Where are you located? And how is it like? Are you progressing on a speed of 100%, 80%, 90%, down, 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 up, up, up?
Well, say maybe the percentage might be like 40 to
Okay.
60.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So right now we don't have a fixed location yet. We are still at home doing work. We don't have a place here,
Mm-hmm.
so we are working towards that. And then finding a place is gonna be another problem because if you go to someone then you want to rent out, she'll be like, "Are you being for real?"
The money seller
Do
is
you,
uh,
yeah, even the money, or even if they just see, you'll be like, "You get money to rent the shop." Yeah,
the city will say don't look down on people.
the same thing. So we're still working on it. We'll get
So
place soon.
Wow.
I opened my own set shop simple of last year, but then where the location that I work, I wasn't getting that kind of like attention that I need because as
Mhm.
somebody, I don't like to stick to one place. I
Yeah.
like to explore.
Yes.
So when I'm doing business, I just love for people to come
People.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I when I opened a place at first, I put a whole lot of money. I don't want to talk about that because I spent 1,000 plus.
Wow.
Yes, renovating the entire area, but then I wasn't getting the kind of
Location
customer.
was not ideal.
Yeah, it
So
was
people
Yeah.
were
not
not really
ideal.
reaching
So
out.
that was one of the mistakes that I made last year that I wish I could turn back and just get my money back and look for an ideal in different area. So after me and Tara went to email, we came back, we started and talk about changing our location. She said
Mhm.
yeah. So I said then it's better that we just start working from home and then we can see how best we can look for different areas. So we've been working from home, but I still have my things back in my shop.
Okay.
Yeah, I still have my things back. So we are trying to look for a place, and when we find a place, I'll just grab my things from the shop and then move.
So do you have other people working with you because your bosses dinner? Even though it is a new establishment, you would need people there, not 100% employed at
Yeah.
this point, but just people. Some people too, they want to learn.
So yeah, so when we talk about the police side, that was one of the foundation. I had this boy working with me
Oh
last
my
year
god.
before I could meet with Tara.
Uh
There
huh.
was this boy that was working with me, and maybe because he felt like he
You're
was
too
older than
small.
me,
Aha.
and because
Epa.
of that, he stole my things.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I haven't seen him since he left some part of okay, some part of December. I haven't seen him. I don't know
Wow.
his whereabouts.
Did you put any notice up that this person stole from me? Did you
No,
go
I just
to
allow him to be.
why?
Uh, I just
You see,
going to the police station, people will be going to go for no to go to people to tell
yeah,
them what happened is another thing again. I don't want to
yeah.
go through that kind of
It is a
headache.
lot
Yeah.
anyway. It is a lot. Wow. So no, you're not getting nobody.
No, I just
Okay.
decide now. Right now, I don't want anybody.
Just two
I've been
of
having
us.
people come here around saying they want to, but based on my experience with
Yes,
me, I
you're
just
still
say I want to
scared.
take time with how I go about, how the people go about not
Yes,
bringing people in.
yes, it is important because sometimes. Ah, yuck. Sometimes people who will get around to be like, hey, I want to learn or I already learned something. They'll be very, very cool from the start.
Yeah.
And then as soon as you guys begin working together, trust me, it is going to go like just on the other end. But there are also some people who are genuine enough and they're trustworthy, so they don't really. But it is okay to take your time, and
Yeah.
it's okay to be very very patient. When you get to that point, because I know when you get big, you're going to get big. By the way,
Yeah.
and I'm very proud of you because I see some of your beautiful dresses online, and I feel
Thank
like okay,
you.
this is cute. You know, when made in Liberia,
Yeah.
let's talk about that because I saw some of your authentic Liberian, outfits. So let's talk about it. How did you get there? Did the organizers reach out to you like, hey, Fit or Marita Couture would like to have you? Or is it something like you reach out to them and register to showcase?
I reached out to the organizer in person of Zilling,
Mhm.
and then it was how she said she wanted to see our work first. So when I seen all the work, she was really impressed. And the same thing goes with her too. So when she saw me, she was like, "Oh, well, you don't want to do that kind of work? I'm really impressed. I gotta get you on this show, on this particular show." So
Uh-huh.
yeah, that was how we went on that main like show.
Wow, that was great. Actually, it was really good because I was part of the show, and it was a fashion runway anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for those of you who have seen, we don't have it oftentimes in Liberia, but we have sometimes
Yeah.
fashion runway where people will showcase different outfits and all that. So it was really amazing to have seen Marita Couture. Like the outfits, nah, they were nice, and the girls you use, like
Oh.
bring getting fun from me. All I can say, like seriously, like bring girls are really really beautiful, and it was all a good thing. So take your time, and I know you're going to get big, like 100%. So we have how many more award shows to go in this year? Are people reaching out to tell you say, yo, we all do my little award outfit for
Mm,
now, but it is still
No,
soon, I
yeah,
guess.
yeah, it's still soon.
So
but
so
it was just one. This I don't know her name.
All right, and Lillian.
Yeah.
The girl who hosted Red Carpet, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for Emily.
Okay. Wow. You're doing PPT now. Oh, no
First to go
problem.
far.
Yeah, of course. You're going to go for 100%. We took a very short break and then we'll get back. We're going to continue our conversation. We have few more minutes to go, obviously. So yeah, we're gonna, get back to you. This is a song, Small Enjoyment by Phonic of Africa, one of Liberia's innovative star girls. I call her star girl, by the way.
Life is too short, time is too fast, no time for delay. And I miss my money, so enjoy me on replay. Problem can't finish, you can't stop it, you gon' leave it. Hold down your worries, join me, let's party. But I want life to live, enjoy small enjoyment. Problems can't finish, you enjoy small enjoyment. I want life to live, problems can't finish, you problems won't finish, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. Oh wow, oh wow, oh. Oh wow, oh wow, oh. Oh wow, oh wow, oh. Aye, aye, hola. Ije, aye, hola. Monday to Sunday, working and nice day. Monday have to hustle, they let them not prepare. Make yourself happy, cause when you're on the stage feet, we don't come to party, we don't come to jolly, but I want life to live. Enjoy small enjoyment, problems can't finish. Enjoy small enjoyment, I want life to live. Problems can't finish. Problems won't finish. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow. Oh wow, oh wow, oh wow.
Okay, this is, of course, Fivonic with the song Small Enjoyment. Knowing Women's Spotlight is knowing Fivonic because she has been one of the persons or one of the people supporting this platform just from the beginning. Fivonic has appeared here. We've, talked about her journey as well as a musician in Liberia. So it is a good thing to have her song play here. So it is always a good thing to have it here. So tell us about, what do you make? Do you make women's clothing items, men clothing items? What type of clothing items do you make? Anybody? CEO, creative director, anybody?
Correct.
So at Marita Couture, we make clothes for both gender, whether you're attending a wedding, birthday party, or any event you are attending. We make it to stand out there really good.
So how much you can charge?
Oh, so as
Different money in it.
Yeah, as for that part is based on the style that you are bringing.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. If you want I even want to say simple stuff because nothing simple
Nothing
in real
simple.
life, especially when it comes to your time. It is not simple.
That is simple, and for like the fashion brand we have seen outside, they got people that stick to one thing that they do.
Yes.
Especially when you see Nigeria, you see Ghana and other countries. If the person said they want to stick to ready-to-made wear, only ready-to-made wear clothes they will be making. If you see somebody they will stick to maybe making luxurious outfits for birthday party and weddings and other events and things. But in Liberia, we don't really have that here.
Yeah.
And as for my colleagues, she's somebody.
She left us in the
I had to go all out.
Okay.
Like I feel like
They say go big, go big.
It was the rap when they learning in Ghana, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Based on the society, so
Yeah.
you're gonna. But that's a
Yeah.
good thing.
So-
Upre Liberia will be, somewhat sufficient when it comes to that.
Yeah.
At a point in time where everybody won't spend money for luxurious
Yeah.
outfits, and you wouldn't just want to do something simple.
We are trying hard on the whole fashion business, but I don't. People are not even trying their best. Cause people will host an event and then it'll be like this. They will give specific dress code. Maybe for example, they will say African and then they will do European. They will say European and then the other people will do African. Like whenever I go on like shows and stuff, I see people wearing their Shein dresses for. Oh my god!
You don't come for all.
like, are you being serious? You're wearing this for this?
Yeah.
I guess so.
I
I don't
think
know.
I think that's a problem in real life because some of the events you will attend, if you're given an invitation, for example, they're going to tell you exactly dress codes,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes it'll be like maybe business. Sometimes it'll be like our national, costume or our
Yeah.
national outfit.
Country or
Yeah.
Yeah.
something.
But if you're going to go there, you will have people. If you're going to say business, for example, business suits or business
Yeah.
outfits or business attire, you will have people in different things.
Different
That's
things.
now
Exactly.
business. Yeah. So I don't understand it. I don't know if it is a cultural problem or not. Again, the day they will say don't wear business suit, oh, wear
They
African.
were.
You see people in the business suit. When they say business suit,
Yeah.
you can still do business suit with an African,
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
right? But we're discussing exactly the attire they're telling you to go with. If they're telling you business, you know what business is like, or corporate, for example. If they're telling you go with maybe our African kind of attire or costume,
Yeah.
like the country cloth and all that. But it is like quite different. So I think it is really hard for fashion
Yeah.
designers.
In Liberia, yeah, it's really hard.
You're not
So because of
trying.
that, you don't really find like people patronizing fashion designer. You just find people going to the market to go get their
I just go get my lace shirt.
lace check. I just
Yeah,
my check my
done.
jeans so I just get.
I
But
go.
it's something that we really need to work on for real. We need to work on because when we see Ghana, when we look at Ghana, we look at Nigeria, we
Hmm.
see the people have specific team for every event that
Right,
they are
right,
attending,
right.
and we always have to have that kind of high amount before you
No.
stand out make you something for you to look good out there. You
Hmm.
just need to at least patronize them and just
Yeah, at
wear
least go with
something
the
good and go with
team.
the
Just
team.
go with
That's
the
all.
team.
Yeah,
I think we should start putting people outside for that thing. Because
we need
It'll
fashion
be
police.
difficult. It will be
We need
yeah,
difficult.
fashion
no,
police to
they'll
do
go
that.
out.
No,
But
it is going to
yeah,
work out if you have a system. Definitely, that's effective,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So, for example, if you're going for an award show and they're like, wear this or this is the theme, like the recent one you attended,
MLMA.
MLMA, right?
yeah,
It was timeless.
Yeah, it
yeah,
was timeless.
That was the theme, timeless. So if you're going to attend that event, 100% you have to work in accordance
the
with the
team.
theme. Don't go wear something that not timeless. Timeless means something that can move on Insta.
Yeah,
Whether it was in the 1980s and
Yeah,
now we're in 2000s, it is still vibrant and it is still relevant. So it is timeless. So if you go in there with something that is not timeless, it means you should have fashion police to say, hey,
yeah.
this is not it. But again, it'll be like, I'm free to wear what I want to wear. It is my money.
it's
No,
not.
but we
Yeah.
give
Because
the team. So you should go.
It's,
so
it's
it's not
something.
easy.
It's difficult. It's
Give
difficult.
Yeah.
Like we're not looking like
And somebody will
Nigeria.
say, I
We're
bought
not
my
looking
own
like Ghana.
ticket to
Yes,
Kanye.
yes.
Then
You
you come
can
and
tell
tell
me
me
you'll
something
give
go
my money
asa.
back. In fact, it will be noise at
Yeah.
the event. So
But
Yeah.
I think we should normalize doing that, going by the team.
Yeah, but
That
I
would be
think that's
peaceful.
been incorporated now because I don't know if previous award shows had a specific theme. I don't know because I haven't really attended some of them. But for the MLMA of recent, of course, they had that, and everyone was on it. So I think it is a gradual process,
yeah,
and the fashion industry is going to grow gradually, especially in Liberia, because it is really hard. Like all of the different systems we have, they're not really working as they should be working. So it will take time to actually get there.
yeah.
So like why you're here and the young people then with new ideas, new innovation and all that. So at the end of the day, you're going to have people to follow just a new era and people will be like, yeah, I think this is exactly where we are to go. This is what we should be doing to be able to compare, because usually you will have people saying, if you are in Ghana you're going to have this, if you're in Nigeria, but then you're in Liberia, so what are you doing to make
Yeah,
Liberia
you're
be
not
on
making
par
the
with, yeah,
difference.
Yeah.
with other countries? And that is going to be a great thing. So what do you have to say before we go, because we're like already on the dot? What we did not talk about that you want to talk about, your parting comments, and then we got this a day.
Yeah, something in mind.
Go
You
ahead.
tell us about Marita Couture.
Yes,
How can we reach out? Because you're at home now. You're not in a specific location like a shop.
yeah.
So how do we reach out to you? What's your handle on Facebook, on TikTok, on all of the different social media platforms? Give us your handle, and also what are the numbers if we want to reach out?
Okay, so we're on Facebook, Marita Couture TikTok, and then Instagram. But we are mostly active on Facebook and
TikTok.
yeah, TikTok. Yeah, but then when you get on Facebook, you see our WhatsApp number, so you can reach out from the WhatsApp number that way.
So you're spelling Marita Couture. Not everybody know how to spell it.
Marita Couture is spelled
Mhm.
MARETACOUTURE.
Okay. So if you're out there and you want to patronize these amazing young ladies who are into fashion and they are bringing new ideas, well, go on Facebook, Marita Couture, right?
So you
If
can
you, yeah, go
so
ahead.
you can check us out on TikTok to see some of our designs that we have been making
Mhm.
and reach out to us.
Okay, that's great. If you're also following me on Facebook, you can just check my page, attacked Marita Couture. You can click, just a link and go to the page, follow, like, share the work. It is a good thing. If you don't get money to go so funny, you can also share the page so people will know. Yeah, people will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
so-
you're not, please just help us and
Just share the page. So you will have
Yeah.
people to go there and. So, I mean, it's been a good time having you. Is there anything else you would like to say before you go?
We just want to say thank you for having us. At least people will see us and then know that we exist.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Faith, thank you. Tara, thank you.
so much, Alexa.
So
And I
much.
wish you all the best because this is really, really a good thing you've started. It is a business, and more than a business, it is personal because you're passionate about fashion and you want, your work to be out there. I'm sure in years to come, it will not just be Liberia, but the special grace of God. It will be out of Liberia that people will reach out to you. So thank you so much for being here.
And daddy, oh my baby, that looks happy. All you be
Okay, we've had a great time on Women's Spotlight right here on Freedom 87.9 FM.
stupid, man.
I want to say thank you so much to my able boss man, the one, the only Zebra One, the biggest zebra in town. I want to say thank you so much. You followed our show, and thank you for all you do for Women's Spotlight. Thanks to our followers. Thanks to our listeners. I want to say thank you to our guests for being here earlier on. We have Faith, we have Tara, CEO and Creative Director Marita Couture. I've been here and I would like to take my leave. But before I go, I would like to say, Ministry of Gender, your work is to be proactive and your work is to be practical. So please make sure you do what you are supposed to do for the children, the women, the young girls of Liberia. And because we're going to get on your case very soon and we're going to be on it like back to back. Do have yourselves a pleasant time. You will hear me again when you hear me again. Signing off. Bye bye from my end.
I was telling he used to be my baby. Now he better. Big problems, huge problems. Cheetah is a bad man, liar, Uncle Basta. His lover, his trust, this thing bad. I've heard her. Oh.
Bitch, I'm a friend, jealous, I know. I finna eat your friend now. And that she finna really on my red now. Bitch, I'm a friend, jealous, I know.